things are pretty crusty. Fail. Ha! I don't know what the hell you call this thing. Safety first. So, the grinder. Yeah! Solid. Hi everyone, welcome to the North Phoenix Suburbanstead. My name is Rich. The project we're working on now are restoring or at least getting these wheelbarrows into an operational state. These are from our good friend Shane at the Flight Springs Ranch. These wheelbarrows have been left outside, used for a lot of concrete, so we're gonna work on these a little bit. We've got some tire issues, we've got a lot of concrete, we've got some rust that we'll be inspecting, and this one over here, the two-wheel wheelbarrow, is actually missing one of the handles. So lots of TLC on these. Again, the objective here is not to restore these into some primo shape. It's just to get them operational so we can use them again around the ranch. So I used some chemicals to try to knock off some of the concrete that were on the bolts here, just so I can be a little bit easier to take them off. Not sure if I got all of them. We may struggle a little bit here, but right now the plan is to start dismantling this. We want to be able to get to the wood pieces, so we're going to refurbish those. There's still a lot of concrete, not only on the outside of the tray or the box, whatever you want to call it, but there's a lot on the inside too, so it's going to take some work. But dismantle it, break down the parts, clean them all back up, straighten them out, reinforce it, and then put it all back together and get it ready for use. This one's pretty bad. It's, I don't even know if we're going to be able to restore this wood. But get some pliers so I can stop that thing from spinning and get the nut off. Things are pretty crusty. We're gonna try to, I think we can reuse some of these, hopefully all of them. We'll give them a shot. Just don't want to have to buy new hardware if we don't need it. So we'll look to clean these guys up a bit, see if we can reuse them. Using the claw and the hammer to see if I can get some grip on the back end of that carriage bolt to see if it'll hold it still enough to try to move that nut. The nut still has some concrete around it, so if this doesn't work, I'll probably wind up spraying it more with some chemicals and let it eat away at that concrete. If not, I'm going to have to cut them off and put new fasteners on. Here we go. fail. Alright, that's all we're going to be able to do for today. It's getting late. The sun's about to go down, so I'm going to spray down these things. One of the carriage bolts has a part where you can put the screwdriver in, so that'll be nice. Not sure what I'm going to be doing about the other two in the tray and then two in the front. But I'm going to spray them down, see if we can get the concrete off. We just keep working at it, see if we can get them off. See you tomorrow. Ha! I just sprayed one of those. It seems to be working really well. Let's get this last one out for the evening. This one's pretty bad right here. Check this out. It's really got a lot of concrete around the threads, and I keep spraying it. I'm getting a little bit off, but it's taking a lot of time, and I want to try to save this piece of wood here, so I may wind up just cutting this thing off. Unless I can pry it out, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to keep spraying it. We'll try it again soon. I just couldn't get these bolts undone. They're just way too corroded and full of crap. And anyway, I used the oscillating tool to cut this. I'm going to use the grinder now with a blade on it to cut the rest to get these off. I'm going to replace all the fasteners as well. Here we go. Well, that worked. Sweet. Note to self, instead of cutting it off, just cut a groove to put the screwdriver in so I can hold it and turn the nut off. Okay, the next thing we're going to work on here are these handles, and they're not in awful shape where I don't think they need to be replaced. They just need some TLC. So we're going to sand them down. But here at the end, that's pretty rooted. So we're probably going to cut those. We'll be a little bit shorter. We'll fix this gap, this one. We'll see if we can repair that and get these somewhat usable. We're going to give it a shot. If we can't get it operational, we'll go ahead and replace them, but we just don't think we need to do that now. Let's give this a shot first. If you've been watching this video, you're probably either laughing at me or you're reviewing it and saying, hey, there's gotta be a better way. I don't know if you ever tried to remove concrete from the tray of a wheelbarrow, but it's pretty brutal. I have sprayed it, I have grinded it, I'm doing all types of stuff, banging out. I even used a pneumatic chisel to get some of it off. In the past sequences, you probably saw me using this flat, pretty aggressive wire wheel, and it was a bit awkward for me because it's hard to fit the grinder inside the tray. So I went and got a cup. Anyway, a cup thing. I don't know what the hell you call this thing, but we're going to give this a shot and we're going to stay at it. I will tell you when you're looking at this that I've debated several times over the past day or two and evening about just calling it good right now and not even treating the inside of the tray, but I really want to paint it, and I want to paint it because I want it to last longer. So we're going to see how this goes. I might give up, I might get frustrated, might wind up just leaving it the way it is, but I'm in it this deep. I'm going to continue to go at it. And by the way, this is not the last wheelbarrow. I've got another one that's got the same thing. It's just concrete on the inside. So here's what I would say. If you are mixing concrete or using a wheelbarrow to move concrete, freaking rinse the damn thing out when you're done. Don't let the concrete dry because it sucks. All right, maybe it's a wheelbarrow that you use all the time for concrete. Got it, right? Not this one. Bye. Let's get it done. Anyway, I'm done with grinding for today. I am going to spray it down with a chemical again. You'll see all of the concrete continue to turn white. I may wipe it down with mineral spirits first just to get it all clean, then spray it. And the instructions say to leave on that chemical for about 10 to 15 minutes, or maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I think I'm going to leave it on for like an hour or two and see if that makes a difference. All right, be right back. Yep, that's the ticket. I think we'll use these. I'm probably going to go through a lot of them. That was pretty thick when we started. This one is spent, so I need to pick up a few of these and just stay on it. Alright, so we're back at it again, hoping that this is the final time that we're going to be removing all of this little bit of concrete that's left. It's really stuck on there. So let me get some gear together, I'll share the gear with you, and then we'll get cracking. Safety first. So previously we picked up one of these just to give them a shot. They worked really well. So we picked up a whole bunch of these. We're just going to fly through them. We're hoping that this is the ticket. Of course, we'll use the grinder. Yeah! Let's see if we can get this last stuff off. Here we go. Alright, I'm done with grinding. It's as good as it's going to get. I'm going to wipe it down with some acetone and get it ready for painting, and then we'll reassemble. So let's just do a quick wipe down with the acetone. We're turning the corner on the wheelbarrow projects. It's been definitely a lot more than I thought it was going to be, but that's all right. We're not trying to make this thing perfect. We are just trying to get it back into some operational form, but something that we can still be proud of and hopefully last for the next few years. So we just spray painted all of the parts here. We still have some work to do on the tray, and then we'll spray paint that. We'll put it all together, and then looking forward to presenting it back to the Flight Springs Ranch. This is wheelbarrow number 3, and it belongs to the Flight Springs Ranch. We have dismantled it and struggled a bit, got a lot of the concrete out. We've cleaned up all the parts, we've built some reinforcements, and we painted it, and now we're ready to assemble it and get them prepared to deliver back to the ranch so they can use them on some projects that they're currently working on. So here we go. We're going to assemble it now. Hopefully it all works out. If you're curious about these pieces, I just got some 1.5-inch steel bars and then formatted them, drilled the holes pretty tight. But this is a reinforcement. It's just designed to give a little bit more strength. And we'll put them between the rails here and then the handles that go up top, and we'll cinch them on down. But that's all this is. Solid, nice, just ready to roll. Total rookie mistake. Maybe not even a rookie. It's just the way it goes at the Suburbanstead. These handles were so rooted at the end that I had to cut them off. Because I cut them off, it's now closer to the wheel and it's harder to even get this bracket on. So I really have no idea if this is going to work, but I had to lift it up on the table to take the wheel back off, and I'm going to try to get this thing fitted. Then we'll take it back off and we will try to get the wheel back on. We'll try to put it all together. For all I know, I'll split this wood and totally root it even further. We may not even go back with this piece. And that's just the way it's going to have to be. Let's find out. I think it's okay. It's solid. I don't know how long it's going to last, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks off on the first use, splits the wood. But as long as the wheel's going to be okay, I think we can do all right without this front piece, or we'll just make a modification in the field if we need to fix it. All right. I'm calling this one done. This wheelbarrow number 3, I'm calling it done. We're going to move on to wheelbarrow number 4. Take all of the things that we've learned, and there's a bunch of them. Some of them we learned that was really good. Some of it was a complete fail. So we'll address those along the way as we work on the 4th wheelbarrow. We'll see you then.